Good morning, Masters. Thank you so much for joining me today. So yesterday's message was how belief can change your life. Today, we are going to talk about possibility. So, Dr. Dispenza, just give me a second. Yeah. So, Dr. Dispenza's book, You Are the Placebo, first chapter is about is it possible? So, this opening chapter of You Are the Placebos is all about possibility. And it invites us to rethink everything we have been taught about what's possible for our bodies, our minds, and our health. So, right from the start, Dr. Joe Dispenza asks a very simple but very powerful question. Like, if people get sick just because they believe they are sick, it happens sometime, right? So, could they also get well by believing they are well? Right? You can ask this question. Sometimes we just believe I have headache, and you start feeling that. So the same way, if we start believing we are well, can we get well? So it's a question that makes you know, pause and think, doesn't it? And most of us have grown up in a world where we are told that healing comes from doctors, hospitals, surgeries, and from pills. Of course, those things are incredibly valuable. But what if there is another source of healing? One we have overlooked, our mind itself. So, what if your thoughts, emotions, your beliefs, and expectations could create real physical changes in your body? That's what this chapter explores. And it offers some remarkable stories to back it up. So, let's now look at some of the real life stories of impossible healings. So, Dr. Dispenza shares many cases where people have experienced recoveries which were unexpected, so far beyond what medicine could explain, that they seemed like miracles. But according to him, they weren't miracles. They were examples of what the mind can do when it fully believes in healing. Like first case, he talks about a woman who had terminal cancer. So just imagine being told you have terminal breast cancer and only a few months to live. That's what happened to one woman, Dispenza describes in his book. But instead of following the traditional treatment path, she chooses to believe, truly, deeply believe, that she was already healed. And she practiced visualization every day, imagining her body free of disease. She meditated, calmed her fears, and held on to the idea that her health was already restored. And in a matter of months, without chemotherapy or surgery, her cancer vanished. It's gone. Her doctors couldn't explain it, but her belief had triggered a chain reaction in her body's chemistry that made it possible. There is another case, a man with failing heart function. So that man had several disease and very severe heart disease. His heart's ability to pump blood was very dangerously low, around 25%, and healthy is about 60%. But through his focused belief and practice and mindset work, his heart's function improved to normal levels. No operation needed, no invasive treatment. His own body responded to what his mind expected. Even more astonishing, Dr. Dispenza shares stories of people with Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, and other very, degenerative or disorders. These conditions usually labeled as incurable, but some of these individuals reversed their symptoms and they regained the control of their bodies and they healed themselves through a combination of like meditation, visualization, emotional healing, and most importantly, unwavering belief, like we talked about yesterday, right? He also describes cases of people suffering from diseases where the body attacks itself, like lupus and arthritis, by shifting their emotional states, calming stress, and training their minds to expect health instead of decline. And these individuals saw the recovery, their bodies recovered. So you must be also thinking, how does this actually work? And it's one thing to tell stories like this, but there's another to understand why it happens. And Dr. Dispenza begins to explain that it's not magic. Don't think it's a magic. It's just a biology. He said, your brain is a powerful pharmacy, and your brain isn't just a command center for your thoughts. It produces chemicals that affect every organ and cell in your body. So, when you believe you are getting medicine, even if it's just a sugar pill, your brain create your brain basically create the same chemicals you would get from the real drug. Remember, here right now we're talking about just sugar pill. If you take the sugar pill and you think you're getting medicine, your brain can create the same chemicals that you will get from having the real drug, like painkillers, immune boosters, mood enhancers, and that is the called placebo effect. And it is more than just a random coincidence. It basically demonstrates that the mind can influence your body's chemistry. You are not taking real drug. You're just taking, a sugar pill. But because your brain thinks you're taking real drug, it creates the same um, chemicals that produces real drug. He also says belief physically changes the body. So it basically turns out what you believe isn't just in your head. It affects your body right away. That's what we discussed yesterday. Belief is very powerful. If you deeply believe you are getting better, your body will start shifting in that direction. And stress hormones like cortisol will drop, immune system cells ramp up, cell repair speeds up, inflammation decreases, and your whole body starts behaving like a place of healing. And Dr. Despinjo also says the expectation creates a chain reaction. He said expectation is very powerful. And he explains when you expect healing, your body begins to prepare for it, not only chemically, but also neurologically. And even before anything else happens, your body will start preparing for it. Your nervous system kicks off a chain of events, and that line everything up for that healing process to begin. And the expectation alone creates some momentum in your body's healing mechanism. So you expect, and how, if you are in that route, you can have some positive effect on your body. But at the same time, remember, it can work in the opposite way too. This isn't just about good things happening from belief. There is a darker side, is that also, and it's negative beliefs can harm or even kill people as well. And he shared another stories, the guru's death. In some traditional cultures, if a respected leader curses someone, telling them they will die, and the person believes it completely, they sometimes actually die, even without a physical cause. Their belief shuts down the body's system because they are believing on their leader's curse. So it goes in both ways. What do you believe? If you are believing positively, it will affect your body positively. If it's negative belief, it will have negative effect on your body as well. Like the power of a doctor's word. Sadly, this happens even today. When a doctor gives a diagnosis, you have 6 months to live. Patients sometimes pass away right on schedule, not because the illness couldn't have lasted longer, but because the belief in that timeline becomes so strong that their body conforms to it. There are many examples Dr. Dispenza had shared in his book. Because of time constraint, I am not going into so depth, but if you are interested, you can read that book. There are many examples about that. He also talked about the nocebo effect. You have probably heard about the placebo effect, where positive expectations make you feel better, but there is a nocebo effect is the opposite. When you expect side effects of illness, you are more likely to experience them, even if what you are taking is harmless. But if you think it has side effects, it will harm your body in that way. If someone tells you the medicine might cause headaches, you are far more likely to get one, even if it's a sugar pill. That's how strong belief can be. In some documented cases, entire groups of people begin to feel sick or they fainted simply because others around them said something was wrong. No actual danger was present, but they shared belief made them real in their bodies. So, Dr. Dispenza reminds us that none of this is generally new. People have understood the power of belief for centuries. Traditional cultures use rituals, songs, ceremonies, and herbs not only for their medicinal properties but also because they activated belief and expectations within the patients. Like at religious sites like in Lourdes in France, thousands of people have reported healings from incurable illness. You might have heard about the power of Mahamrityunjay Japa as well. While the water or location may not hold magical powers, the collective belief, hope, faith, and emotional state of those involved created an environment where healing become possible. And medical researchers often complain about the placebo effect because it messes up drug trials. People get better when they are supposed to be on the inactive pill. But instead of seeing this as a problem, Dr. Dispenza suggests it's a powerful reminder of how much potential we have inside of us. He also mentioned that the science that supports this. So Dr. Dispenza has few exciting fields of science to back it up, like neuroplasticity, epigenetics, and so on. So at the end of this chapter, Dr. Dispenza leaves us with a challenge. If people like the ones he described could heal themselves, why not you? Why not any of us? He says it's not our biology that keeps us stuck. It's our beliefs. And to truly heal or change your life, you must think thoughts you have never before, feel emotions you have rarely felt, take actions you have never taken. You literally have to become a new version of yourself. Dr. Dispenza isn't claiming this is easy, and he is not saying to throw away medicine or ignore science. Please don't do that. Medicine are important. What he is inviting us to do is open our minds to possibility. If people have done it before, healed themselves through belief alone, then perhaps there is more potential inside each of us than we realize. And the real question isn't whether it's possible. The real question is, will you believe it is possible for you? So, thank you, everyone. That's today's chapter. Now we will begin meditation. So, I invite everybody to please sit down comfortably. If you are wearing glasses, please remove your glasses and cross your legs, clasp your hands, close your eyes, and relaxed. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Now, focus on your natural breath. Your natural breath. Thoughts will come. Do not analyze them. Thoughts will come and go. You just focus on your be with your breath, masters. Be with your breath. Be with your breath, masters. Thoughts will come. It's natural. Don't analyze them. During the practice, please don't open your eyes. We have 45 minutes meditation. Just focus on your normal, natural breath. Be with your breath, masters. Be with your breath, master. 5 minutes left, Masters. Be with your breath, Masters. One minute left, Master. Last 30 seconds. Five, four, three, two, Slowly, very gently, bring your attention back to your body. Now, gently, very softly, put your both of your hands on your eyes. Slowly blink your eyes and open and look at your palm with big smile. Now take a moment to thank yourself for this peaceful stillness, awareness, and healing journey. And this conclude our meditation session. May peace, love, and light be with you always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If anyone has any question or comment, or if you want to share your experience to during the meditation, if you had one, please unmute yourself and ask. I guess no question.
Thank you,
So
Sushma ma'am. This was amazing. It's very beautiful and wonderful meditation today.
thank you so much, Bharti ma'am. All right. So thank you so much for joining me today, and see you all tomorrow. Have a great, blissful day.